What is sound? Let's keep it simple. Sound is energy, a vibration that travels through a medium like air until it reaches your ears. To hear sound, you need three things. You need a source, like my voice in this case, medium, the air, and a receiver, your ears. That's sound in the natural world. Now, sound doesn't just travel in a straight line. It moves spherically in all directions from the source, like blowing up a balloon. So when sound spreads in a room, it interacts with the space. It runs into walls, windows, floors, sofas, and depending on what it hits, sound will either reflect off of hard surfaces, be absorbed into soft materials, or pass through things like curtains. That is just how sound behaves. So you cannot change the laws of physics, but you can tame them. Each of these behaviors, reflection, absorption, and transmission, or passing through, influences the quality of the sound you actually hear. For example, what you hear from your next door neighbor's party is, let's call it, the extreme of the aforementioned. What is audio? Here's where it gets interesting. Once we record sound and play it back through a speaker or headphones, it becomes what we commonly refer to as audio. So in a way, you could say that sound is the original vibration in the air, say an instrument or similar, that when recorded and played back, becomes audio. But of course, in everyday language, we use sound and audio interchangeably, and that's fine. But for the sake of clarity, and in this video, we're drawing a slight line between them, just to help explain how sound behaves in rooms. Because here's the thing. Audio, remember the played back reproduction, never sounds exactly the same as the original recorded sound. Why? Because we know that the room you play your content in affects what you hear. And you could say that what is reaching your ears depend on the three S's. The source, the system, the space. What do I mean by that? The source is basically the source material or content, music, podcasts, movies, and so on. The system is your sound equipment, everything from amps and speakers to just a simple Bluetooth speaker. The space is your actual room where you enjoy your content. So even with a decent sound system and good audio quality content, things can still sound off. And that's where your space, i.e. your room, becomes important. You could say your space is the invisible yet paramount part of your sound system. So let's deep dive into the space factor. When sound is played back through a speaker, let's call it our sound source, it reaches you in three ways. Direct sound, that's the sound that travels straight to you from the sound source. Early reflections, which are the ones that bounce off of one surface. And reverberation, which is the sound that bounces off of multiple surfaces. These don't arrive simultaneously to your ear because they're bouncing around, and they distort what you actually hear. Now, the material in the room, such as the walls, everyday furniture like bookshelves, rugs, and curtains, help a little. They absorb and diffuse some sound energy. However, it could be both a positive or a negative thing. To tame sound more precisely, especially in critical listening rooms, such as studios and so on, they use different acoustic treatment and materials, like you see here. These are designed to absorb and spread sound around. But different materials and acoustic treatments aren't magical. So what do we do about that? Well, that's a story for another day. But in short, this is where manipulating the audio digitally can help. And that is what we call room correction. It is a software that analyzes a room's acoustics and adjusts your speaker's output to compensate and make sure that what you hear is accurate.